welcome to another one about my Stump's World of Tanks console replays. Hey, that music stopped off a little abruptly, didn't it? Maybe I gotta get into that one and try to fix it. Not today, though, boys, not today. How about some Duke Pass in the new American, or whatever you want to call it, tank destroyer / light tank, the NM-116. Super Chaffee. It's a light tank. It's the Super Chaffee. It's a Chaffee with a 90mm French gun on it. So that's kind of cool. Sort of fast, not super fast. 60 kilometers an hour, and that's with some perks and stuff. Doing 70 now, so that's not too bad. But I also have the engine and then the track system on the equipment on this tank. So I don't have I have gun stabilizer on it as well, so I don't have anything else, any of the other goodies. I gave him up to put the engine and track on it, so it would be a little bit quicker, because I want to play it more like a light tank than a tank destroyer. 255 right there into the M46A1 on the move. Took one in the ass, took one in the poopa, and the poopa. But I'm trying to play it like a combination light tank and tank destroyer. If you have a map where you can move like this, you can get around and get some light tank action going. However, if you have a tighter map, it doesn't have as good of a turning radius as like the M41A1. So that thing zips around at 70 kilometers an hour and then spins around circles. Plus you have a handbrake. Being a tank destroyer, you don't have a handbrake. I mean, you have a handbrake that brakes you, but it doesn't spin you. So that kind of sucks. Ooh, let's see if we can put one into there. 257 into the SU-122. We're going after him. We're going light tank after him. 249 right there. There's a little light tank buddy that was hiding with him, though. Decides he's going to chase me down. 249 right there. You notice how he hit me, though. And I didn't really spin that much. 147 finishes off the SU-122. Right there, trying to get my gun around and get him in scope. It doesn't work too well. And this is where the M41A1 will do much better than this tank will. What was that? It was a 247 right there into the M24. Get another one into him right there with a 237. So at that point right there, I would have handbrake. I would have used a handbrake and spun right around. You can't do it in this tank. And I've been playing, I'm not a light tank player. Oop, do I get one in on this guy? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Auto aim, 263. He's finished off. But I've been using it sort of like a light tank. And I'm not a light tank player. But I've been playing light tanks more on Cold War. So I'm getting used to the handbrakes and whatnot, and zipping around and all that fun stuff. That shot should have gone, I think. That was a bullshit RNG shot. It's got a pretty good reload time, 6 seconds for an average like 220 damage, somewhere in that ballpark. Might even be 240. It's a 90mm, so it should be somewhere in the 240 range. But now I'm going to sit here, and I know I'm not in the bush, but I'm going to try to play a little bit of sniper action. I like the sounds of this one. The diesel motor sounds kind of cool. The motor sounds in it, they did a good job. I should have hit the repair torch. There we go. I was like, geez, I should have done that like 10 seconds ago. Oh, he shake and bake me right there. I thought he was going to zig and he zagged. Let's see if we can get one on this guy. That's another bullshit RNG shot. Should have gone. We'll get one right there, though. 260 right there. Knock down the bush, give me a little cover. Problem is, that causes me not to see him too. It actually sounds a bit like a diesel. Like, if you heard an old Detroit diesel, which is what this has in it, I think it's a 672, a 654 rather. The old Detroit 671s and 871s, they had that noise to it. It's pretty cool. Put 2 right there into the M46A1. Get another one. Come on. We'll get a third one for 214. So that was a 223, 240, and 214. And now he's out of dodge. And I don't want to pull forward because I was going to say this earlier. I started to say it. This tank does okay as a light tank unless you're running around with 10 other light tanks on the other team. It can be out light tank by a light tank. So it doesn't quite have that light tank. 276 right there. Doesn't have that light tank. It's not a light tank. It's just not. So it can be out light tanked. 209 right there. There's a fucking low roll. That's a bullshit low roll. And I just took one in the face. And I'm going to take another one right here because that's all he's been doing is sitting down there. I put 2 or 3 into that M46A1 and he's just sat right there and waited for me. He was waiting to spot me just to say, like, fuck you, bitch, I'm going to get you back. So we're going to hide here for a second. Keep the rock right in front of us because I really can't go out. If I go out, he's going to be sitting right there ready to shoot me. And here comes a fucking light tank. Get one into him. Come on. Right there, 261. Screw you, poo-poo. Right now I should be hitting the repair torch again. I gotta get better at that. There we go. Hit it and go. Hit it and quit it. 293 right there and juked him out. He gets finished off. Great shot. And I didn't realize there was a tank destroyer right beside me. Like shit. It doesn't turn quick right here. I get fucking set on fire and then finished off by a real light tank. That M41A1 can out. I mean, you see how quick that just turned if you watch that video. If you go back and watch that right then, he can just... That thing is so quick. So, you know, it is what it is. Like I was saying, this isn't a light tank. It kind of has the speed of a light tank. It's sort of like a faster, quicker version of a... what's the tank I'm trying to think of? Oh, it's not a tank, it's a tank destroyer, American tank destroyer. I'm drawing a blank for some fucking reason. Ooh, there they go. Finish that guy off. Now you'll notice a sorry about that. There's one tank left, and it's at M41A1, and they're just chasing him around in 3 mediums. They ain't ever gonna catch him unless he makes a mistake. They're not fast enough. They're not fast enough. Oh, the tank I was trying to think of was Hellcat, is what I was trying to say. I don't know why I couldn't think of the Hellcat. You see me on the mic right there. I'm saying, you know, someone just jump on the cap, and every one of my subscribers, if you've been here a while, you know, I don't agree with capping unless absolutely needed. But this is a big damn map. You have 3 medium tanks that are fairly slow. 2 of them are almost dead. I'm like, you know something, y'all should just go cap. Because if you get on the cap, you know he's going to come to you. You're not going to be chasing him all over the map. This is one of the times where capping makes sense. This is a big map, and if you have to get back to the cap for some reason, like the timer's getting down, you better be heading that way before. You have to head that way because this is a long map to get across. And what do these 3 turds do? They're just going to keep right on chasing. Keep right on chasing that fucking light tank. I don't get it. And if the light tank plays it right, if I was him, I'd go back towards my base, halfway or so, and then I'd turn around and go across the D line or so, and then come back to that side. You know what I mean? It's just like, you could keep them busy for the next 5 minutes. You can see I pinned the map and tell them to get their ass there. And one of them says affirmative. I don't know. They're not going to do it though. They're all just, and they're not separated. They're all in like one section together. I could feel a loss coming. I could feel these guys wasting it down to 2 minutes or so, and then going, oh shit, and then trying to get back to the cap, and running out of time before they could cap out. So, this is one of the times, boys and girls, that capping makes sense. If for no other reason, if you guys jump on the cap, he has got to come to you. He has got to go to the cap to reset it. So it's like, oh, this guy I thought was going to die right here. I thought for sure he was going to die. These guys just got lucky. These idiots just got lucky. I shouldn't say idiots, I guess. They ended up winning here. They end up... That guy ends up coming right across in front of them. You know, it just happens to pop right in front of him, and then, oh, look, all three of them are right here. So he's like, shit. So, I shouldn't say idiots, because they won the game, so I guess I should shut up. I just know that if he had jumped on the cap, they would have drawn him to the cap no matter what. Alright, you notice I didn't place in the top 3, but I did make 143,000 silver, 2100 XP, and 3700 commander XP. My Scarlet commander, she's kind of hot. She's got a nice mound too. Look between her legs sometimes. That's a big bulge. I think she's got a dick. 3956 for damage dealt. 813 assists and only 1 kill. So it puts me in 5th place. That ain't very good, but I'm learning something with this tank. This tank isn't like a light tank. If you go out and you do 4,000 damage in an M41A1, you're going to be in the top 3 usually. Not with this tank. The tank destroyer aspect of it expects you to do... I'm thinking I did 45 once and came in 4th. I've only played like 5 games in it. I think I played 5 games tonight after I got it. I know I got it early. I was like debating. I was like, I could play for the next 3 or 4 weeks and get it at the end of the op. But I was like, you know, I kind of want it now. So I'll just deal with getting gold later. Alright, right there. M41A1000. I didn't do anything to that guy. SU-122, 1 shot for 209. M41A1, 1 shot for 261. M46A1, 5 shots for 1230. That was a pretty good exchange right there. I like that one. That one worked out alright. M47, 1 shot for 276. And 185 assist. 2 shots, 560 damage inflicted to the M24. M46A1, 1 shot for 255. Another M41A1, 1 shot for 263. You get that a lot in Cold War. There's not enough tanks. M46A1, 355 assist when I spotted him. And then the honky no win with the SU-122, 4 shots for 902. Took him out of the game. It wasn't too shabby. I had fun. Yeah, it's, like I said, the tank's not a light tank. It's a tank destroyer. And so that means it doesn't excel at light tanking. You think, it's a Chaffee. It should excel at light tanking, right? It's a Chaffee. Problem is it doesn't turn as good as a Chaffee. It doesn't pick up speed as good as a Chaffee. So, and you can't handbrake it like you can a Chaffee. So it's a little harder. It's almost like, I shouldn't say a jack of all trades, but it does. It's a better at tank destroying than the Chaffee is. obviously. And the Chaffee's better at light tanking than this is. But this is a better light tank than the Chaffee is a tank destroyer. So this can be played like a tank destroyer. I played one game and I sat back and did a lot of poking across the map, and it worked okay. There was no real big issues with it. It has a punchy gun for the Cold War mode that you play in. It seems like it all works pretty darn good. I'm going to get it right in here. T95E3. I'm going to stick one into him. Can I stick another one into him? Yeah, nope. It's loaded though. Had to turn my page. I forgot to turn the page. That was a 230 into him. You gonna come back out? Come on, buddy. Come on. Yeah. Different tank. That was an M48 AP. M48 PI. M48 A5 PI. 233 right there. And I'm gonna do a light tank thing. But you notice, 251 right there. He can't get his gun around quick enough, so this tank is quick enough like that. But I can't cut the corners quick, and I know that. So I'm going to go all the way around the block. I get one into him right here. Yep, 251. Or 225, excuse me. Another one right here. 10-4. 270 there. And he's going to start chasing me. He's like, I should have cut through right there, but again, it doesn't turn as good. So I should take a shot at the T95E3. But I'm like, no, I want this guy. This is the one I want. And I'm going to catch up to him because I'm faster than him. He can't go around this building as fast as I can. And there he is. And 184 finishes him off. Now I'm going to go with that T95E3. Oh, where'd he go? He's on the other side of the building. There ain't any way there's no way I'm going to get to him. There's 4 tanks sitting right there, I think. He's dead. What do we have here? Object 165. That one didn't go. Oh, and he rammed me and tracked me, and it's alright. Put one into him right there. 225. Or 255, excuse me. I should be turning already. I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to... Yeah, I'm like, you know something? Them guys have come to help, so I'm going to attack. I make a stupid mistake here. 262 right there. I'm going to ram him with 99 left. Yeah, and I only take 38 out of him. 61 to finish him off, but I lost like 240-ish or something like that in the ram. So that was dumb. Should have just sat there and waited and then taken my shot. I figured at 99 I'd probably finish him off. 219 right there, the SG-122. And I booger this one. That was a bad shot. You can see I moved it right there towards the end a little bit, trying to get it to... I knew it was a bad shot. I don't think I'm going to get up there to get him. There's a light tank right behind him. So I'm going to go back and get this guy with my teammate. 252. And then a 246. And I get to sneak one more into him right here before all the cavalry shows up. That one ends up being a 231. And then everyone shows up. Alright. We didn't need your help. We had him. And there's only 3 tanks left, but they're all on the other side of the map. But guess what? This tank will do 65, 66, 67, and whee, jump off cliffs without taking too much damage. I'm not used to that. You do that in a heavy tank and you explode. Ooh, on the move, M47. That was a heck of a shot. I mean, M24, excuse me. Oh, no, it's an M47. Sorry. 295 and then a 245. I wrote it down wrong. And then we go for another ram again, because I'm stupid. Do 188 damage in the ram, and then finish him off with 243. Well, actually, I didn't finish him off. I got 243 and someone else finished him off. That was another stupid mistake because I rammed him and lost. I'm surprised I didn't explode. But you know, the tank, it's okay. Like I said, if you're looking for a tank that's a light tank, better to go with the tech tree version. the M46A1 or whatever, no, M41A1. It's a better light tank, but it's not as good of a tank destroyer. Again, I worded that earlier. The NM116 is a better light tank than the M41A1 is a tank destroyer. So, it's kind of not a jack of all trades, but if you can get my commander in it only has 4 perks, 4 skills, whatever. So, if you can get your commander to have the turning on soft ground better, probably a better light tank for sure. M47, 3 shots, 971, included the RAM. Object 165, 3 shots for 616, 616 into the 165. SU-122, 1 shot for 219, and then 2 stupid misses. Jeez, them were bad. M48A5 PI, 6 shots for 1393. I showed him who was boss, didn't I? T-44A. I don't know why he even popped up. I didn't spot him. I didn't detect him. No idea. T-44A. 3 shots for 729. That's a little bit better. So, that's the first 2 games. Not the first 2, but the first night I played it. I played like 5 or 6 games maybe tonight. And I figured I took the 2 better games of the bunch. I haven't had a horrible game yet. They've just been, average. I mean, these are pretty much average too, so they're definitely not, any great games, that's for sure. But I figured I'd jump in it, play a few games, record a couple, and process it and get it posted for tomorrow morning. So, hope you enjoyed it. If I was you, I would just play the season out and get it at the end of the season, I think. I didn't do that because I'm me, and I wanted it for a video. So, hope you enjoyed it. Comment and subscribe.